Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a very long time since I dropped a long form content. I know you guys missed me. How have you guys been doing? You can reply in the comment section. So today I will be briefly talking about a topic that has plagued a lot of us. Yes, I've been a victim of that. I've been a victim of this particular topic that I'll be talking about, and it is the topic about associating yourself with your circumstances, associating yourself with your pain, making your pain become your identity. Before I continue, I will just share a story briefly about myself and briefly about how I grew up. So, while I was giving birth to growing up, I discovered that I was not like every other guy. Yes, I was not behaving like every other guy. Let's say I was a little more feminine than a guy should be. Yeah. And so this caused people to bully me, this caused people to reject me. So over the years, I had that feeling inside of me that people don't like me. I'm not the person that people would want to associate with. So even when people genuinely loved me and wanted to associate with me, I was always no. You don't like me. Probably I'll start looking for what that person is actually coming to my life to look for. And so I began to see myself as what those people were seeing me as. Yeah. And so this actually brought me into a place where I actually started falling into a pit that was really dangerous. Yes, and that was same sex, because I was finally seeing myself as what people called me to be. And so all of the while, God was behind the scene trying to bring me to a place where, guy, this is not who you are. This is not who you are. Because you were born this way does not mean you should be like this. So over the years, in the midst of, in fact, it got to a point where I can literally be in the middle of this thing, and God will tell me that no, you're not supposed to be here. So there was this deep thought inside of me that knew that there was something different about my life. There was something different about my life. There was something that God wanted to do with my life, but then the power and the ability to actually come out from that place where I was subject to sin and subject to what people had called me. Let's note, I originally did not want to be in that position. Yes, but there is a way that you can surround yourself with people and words, particularly, and then they shape what you think, they shape what you become eventually, they shape how you see yourself. Let's say, for instance, your parents, for some people who had parents who were abusive, verbally abusive, you'd see that a parent who constantly say, you will never amount to something, you will never amount to something. For people who experience that, you would see that it gets to a point where you're faced with an opportunity to actually amount to something, and then the voice keeps coming to your mind that they told you you could not amount to something, you cannot amount to anything, so you're automatically demotivated. You're automatically, even if I try, I cannot win. Even if I try, I will fail. Yes, why I know this is because I had been there for a while, yes, for years, before grace helped me, before grace found me. And I am even still on that journey. Me sitting behind the camera shooting this video is to show that I am still on that journey where I am believing that something good can come out from my life. Yes. Something that has never happened in my family can come out from my life. Yes. And that is how God picks people and then he begins to make use of them. And there is a scriptural reference for this, the story of Naomi. Yes, the story of Naomi and Ruth. After everything that plagued Naomi, she decided to give herself a name according to her situation. And we would not know that words have power. Words, the words that we pronounce over ourselves and the words that people pronounce over us are very dangerous. Either dangerous or they have impactful. Yes, they have the ability to shape us into who we become in the nearest future. So, because of the situations that surrounded her, she said, call me Mara, because I have experienced pain, I have experienced bitterness. But there is something fascinating about the story of Naomi, that right from the time when she said she should be called Mara, you could record, if you read the Bible very well in that particular place, you would see that nobody had ever, even the people that were referring to her, yes, they referred to her as Naomi and not worship intended for people to call her. Yes, that is to say, God was not done with her. And if God is not done with you, no matter what you call yourself, or no matter what the devil calls you, no matter what you choose to associate yourself with, if that is not what God has called you, then you are doing yourself more harm than good. So we could see that at the end of the day, Naomi became someone who mentored Ruth to destiny. That is a big thing because the life of somebody was dependent on her. Because if Ruth had not learned to position herself in a way that Boaz will find her and redeem her back to position, her life probably would have ended like that. And why did her life not end like that? Because Naomi took position as somebody who would mentor her. But imagine if Naomi, because of her pain, decided to stay in that place, call me bitterness. I am here because God made me become like this. It does not have to stop like that. It does not have to end like that. People have called you names. People have referred to you as something. People have, even your parents have called you names that you originally are not. This is the point where you begin to open the book cover to cover. The Bible was speaking. My heart is so heavy right now. If you go to the book of Isaiah 43, you see that God was saying that I have called you by my name. That means anybody can call you anything. But the moment you have an idea of what God has called you, whatever God has called you supersedes whatever anybody can ever call you. What God has called you, you can legislate that in the spirit and then it will manifest in the physical. Yes. If God calls you Beulah, if God calls you Hephzibah spiritually, and you begin to pray that name over your life, then it will begin to affect how you see yourself, and how you see yourself will affect how people see you. Yes. So this is just me saying that situations that have surrounded you can only define you when you let yourself be defined by those situations, when you let yourself be stuck in the identity that the devil has tried to associate with you with. Yes, God is calling you a new name. God is calling you Hephzibah. He's calling you a wealthy ground, a fruitful ground. You are not a homosexual, you're not a lesbian, you're not a fornicator, you're not a sinner. There is now no condemnation for those who are called according to the purpose of God. The desire of the devil is that he will bring you to a place where he defeats you in your mind. And if he can defeat you in your mind, you're gone. Yes, because the power, the Bible said that we should guard our hearts, we should guide our minds, for out of it comes the issues of life. Yes. So if you allow the devil the opportunity to drive your mind, if you allow him the opportunity to possess your mind, then you will never really come to the point where you know what God is calling you. I don't know what the devil has been trying to make you believe, but God has sent me to tell you that you are who He says you are. You can drop in the comment section how this video has helped you. You can drop in the comment section how this video has enlightened you. Till my next video, I call you blessed. Please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to share with your friends if this was helpful to you. I love you. See you in my next video.